Don't sit in front. God damn it!
Ooh, what's this button here? It
This
says
is
leave
revenge for
meeting.
16 episodes worth.
Of what?
Lou turning the camera on every time when I'm not impressed.
Oh, is that what I think it is? Ah, yes. The action figures.
No, that's just Joel.
Well, I thought it was the full, like, box thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. But I've got Joel and Ellie in one box, and I've got another Joel here.
Where did you get the Joel from? Because I remember the one I got with you that we literally straight up ditched Troy and Jeffrey for. Sorry, by the way.
I'd show.
Had both Ellie from part 2 specifically and Joel. I can't remember. I'm assuming part 2.
Hey, you got part 2, and you ditched me, and I just looked at Jeffrey and Troy, just like, kids.
Well, no. For the record, what happened was we were talking with them, and then Kay,
we
and then
already
Kay.
told this story.
Well, we're telling it again. Like, cause Kay was working with Jeffrey, and she, at some point in the conversation, had brought out this thing, and Lou was like, "Where?" And Kay was like, "Oh, it's like in that room over there, like middle of the thing." Lou wordlessly just bolts, and I'm like, and I literally said it. I'm like, "I'll go make sure Lou's okay," and I followed. We got it. Came back. Maybe 5 minutes had passed. Both Troy and Jeffrey were gone.
And I was like, but I wanted to get it
No, we ended up getting it because I think they left because it was almost time for them to prep for their panel.
No, that was way before that.
Hey, Lou.
No, it was
coffee.
After Anyway, hello.
Hello.
We're back.
And I can't believe I'm going to say it this way. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I know what to expect from these two. So,
to
explain myself, I explained it on Twitter, kind of, but I didn't give the full story because I was still going through it. Basically, one of us was having technical issues. Wade.
Well, I have sorted out the tech, or let me rephrase. I have figured out what is going wrong, and I will say it later. But let's just say it is a bit complicated solving it.
Nobody's being a bitch, essentially.
Kind of.
So yeah, Wade's had no access to editing, so that
means... Yeah, I've not been able to edit for the past month or two.
Yeah. Also, I've wanted to try and edit to just go, oh yeah, I'll do it. Then I've been traveling part way throughout Yorkshire, so no, it didn't happen. I barely edited the bowling video, and like that's almost finished.
Oh yeah,
because I'm working on the edits of that just to basically get us in frame, not the lanes next door.
I swear to God, Yasmin, if you edit that to make me look like a good bowler, I'm gonna be mad.
No, I'm editing it to make me look salty.
So you're being honest. So you're being fully honest then, right?
Wade, whatever the fuck your middle name is, Murphy.
Joseph.
James.
Wade Joseph Murphy.
Yes.
You want to apologize to a lady? Right. So yeah, I've been traveling up and down Yorkshire. So fun. So I haven't had time to do anything, and plus exhaustion's been a bitch, so I've not even had time to do other things either, because I've just wanted to sleep.
Sleep is good.
And that includes watch The Last of Us. Don't hate me.
Did you see what I posted in the Twitter chat
I didn't.
about last? So like time zone wise, like for me, like the episodes come out at 9 p.m. on Sundays.
For me, 2 a.m.
Yeah, and I had got actually no, because we had just played D&D in which and I almost killed Lou's character in that, but that's another story. The werewolf thing.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a story for another time. But and then so I was just chilling. And about like 10 o'clock, I'm like, wait, the new Last of Us episode has been out for an hour. But the funny thing is, the reason why I did not realize it was it's the Left Behind episode. I was busy playing Left Behind, the game. And because I was busy playing that, I forgot that the Left Behind episode came out.
the only part that got me was the clown mask.
Yeah, as soon as like they did, I'm like, oh no, Lou.
Lou screams and throws a pillow at the TV. Hey, what's wrong?
You know what though? The funny thing is, two of the Twitch streamers, me and Wade know, Cryox and Cryo,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh God, Lou's gonna hate this. Oh God, Lou's gonna hate this."
Yeah.
Lou turn away at time frame this and then turn back at time frame that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of where we've kind of been, just because everything's been chaotic, so we haven't had time to do anything. And I have
nothing makes sense. It's
time.
absolute fucking chaos.
Yeah, and I've had zero time because of, well, chaos and also life. So mental health update, I'm sort of okay.
Hey, step in the right direction.
Somehow. I also cut my hair, so I'm slightly healthier in the hair.
Hey.
I didn't cut it myself, if people are wondering.
I wasn't wondering that.
60 quid, not bad.
Not bad.
Anyway, so today...
Anyway.
Excuse me,
Yes?
why are you interrupting me?
I was... Just go.
What's it? I can
Stop.
hear her snoring.
What? Oh, Holly?
Snoring.
Hold on.
No.
I have the TV on. I can't hear it.
Yeah, Holly is snoring.
Yep. There it is.
It's fucking adorable. Anyway,
Okay.
anyway. So, as of this date is the 1st of March.
Wait,
Tomorrow is World Book Day.
Oh.
So
That's true.
thought we could sort of celebrate it, even though this episode's going out on a fucking Friday, on the 3rd of March. I decided, let's talk about books we used to read as kids. Like, delve into our childhood favorites. Especially as it's been a while since we did a book episode.
Been a while.
What?
You said it, and I had to repeat it.
Yeah. He did it again.
The next time he does it, I'll mute him. Anyway.
Got it.
But yeah, we've only done one book episode, I believe. No, 2, because we had me and Lou going through our favorite books.
And the comic books.
No. The comic books was a separate thing because comic books is its own.
Yeah.
Well, then I need to remove one of mine.
You picked a comic book, didn't you?
Keep going. Keep going. Don't let me stop you.
Okay. Yeah, the first one we ever did was mine and Lou's favorites, and then we went into another book episode, which was basically book to film adaptations, which we talked about in full depth of what we liked and disliked.
Yeah.
But let's get into this one for our favorite books when we were kids. Who is going first? Actually, not it, because I always go first.
I have a die.
I'll go first.
Never mind.
Like, wait, you gotta stop bringing up dice.
Do you remember in school? I don't know if you read these ones. The Biff and Kipper books.
Holy shit.
I know not what these books are.
With
That
Floppy
feels
the dog.
like Magic Key.
With Floppy the dog.
Floppy, Biff, Kipper. They had the TV series.
Wasn't it Biff,
Magic
Kipper,
Keys.
and Chip?
Biff, Kipper, and Chip, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I absolutely adored those books when I was little. Wade won't know about them because I think they were just UK.
I definitely have not heard of this series.
Yeah, because do you remember the TV show they had with it, which was the Magic Key?
Yes, I was addicted to that show.
It was so good. Basically, they were primary school books that helped you read.
Help you learn to read. Yeah.
From reception to year 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but then there was like
how to read.
there was like level 1, level 2, level 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I think it went to level 9.
Yeah, it did. I didn't get that high because obviously that was when I was still kind of in the discovery of learning about my learning difficulties. Autism rocks.
I was reading at a year 6 level at a year 2.
Yeah, they only did it for us when we were in infants, and then when you went to juniors, you went and got the whole library access.
Oh yeah, borrowed your own books, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I used to read a hell of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But those I just really remember from childhood.
Especially like when it comes to the Magic Key as well. That's a key part that's hard to forget.
I couldn't believe they made that into a TV show. I just went, yes! NTSC
Children happy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep.
All right, who's next? Me or you, Wed?
I mean, literally 4 of the now 5. Thanks a lot, Yasmin. Items on my list have been adapted into some form of visual media. So,
Go on.
I mean, that's okay because I guaranteed one of them Goosebumps.
I'm sorry.
I said I guarantee one of them's Goosebumps.
No,
Whoa, you haven't included Goosebumps.
I can't say definitively whether or not I was like into Goosebumps, but because I don't remember like definitively, yes, I didn't put it on the list. I know I've read a few, but like, yeah. Ooh, okay, you know what? I'll start with. I'm pretty sure. I'll say it. So there are 5 series written by this dude, written in the same universe. I've only read 4 of them.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah, Rick Riordan. There's Percy Jackson, Olympians, Heroes of Olympus, the Kane Chronicles, There's Magnus chasing the gods of Asgard, and then I've not read the Trials of Apollo. I've not read any of those yet, but I've read all of the other ones.
Oh, Yasmin's got them.
They're all on my bookshelf.
Like those books were amazing.
They're still amazing to this day.
They are, yeah.
You're right.
I need to read the Trials of Apollo.
Trials of Apollo.
Well, because like I know he's not like I believe Rick Riordan, he still like writes. It's just I believe like the quote unquote shared universe that like those different series all share. He's publicly said he's not making any more like series of books in that universe.
Which is fair because there is a lot to that universe.
There's a lot. I suppose you could keep doing like a God of War thing with like making like a new like God of War stream like they did the Greeks, then they did the Norse gods. Like have like a
you set up that universe pretty well with each of those series, so I feel like that would be enough, especially with Percy Jackson at the helm.
Yeah. Plus, at a certain point, there's only so many like character concepts and plot points that you can do or repeat within that genre.
Plus, because of the big, huge fan base of this, people kind of like have their own like thoughts on story and everything, so they can carry it on. It's fine.
Plus, that's been adapted for TV too.
It's coming later this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they wrapped, I think, a month ago.
Don't fuck it up, Disney.
Rick is at the helm.
That is true. Like Rick Riordan is like one of the leads on this project. So yeah.
And Logan Lerman, the previous Percy Jackson, is very happy that Rick gets access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so did Rick not have?
No, Rick
he didn't
really a part.
It didn't have anything to do with the movies.
Okay, that was fair.
It didn't have anything to do with the two movies.
I mean, I still enjoyed the movies, but
they're enjoyable if you don't associate them with the Percy Jackson.
Yeah, if you're able to like separate the movie from the book, they're good. I am not able to do that.
Stories of those. Me and Lou have had this discussion. They changed the fucking story. They've changed so much. They changed so much in Sea of Monsters. Lightning Thief was fine, just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Not great, not good, not fabulous, not outstanding. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Sea of Monsters. Now, I didn't read the books at this point, and I enjoyed the movie. And then I heard of how many changes they made from the books.
So you think like they pretty much at Sea of Monsters, they almost right away. Not only did they change Sea of Monsters, they literally changed the entire rest of that series because if you've read the Percy Jackson and the Olympiad series, one of like the most major plot points throughout the whole series in like Percy's character growth is the Great Prophecy, because he has always wanted to know what it is, and yet everyone's like, no, you cannot learn about this. And not only do they change the prophecy, yet they change the prophecy from him being 16 to him being 20, yet they keep Percy at the same age. They also tell it to him in the second book.
Supposed to be.
I'm sorry?
Percy Jackson's supposed to be either 11 or 12.
He is
in the first book, yeah.
In the first book, he's 12. So first book, he's 12. Second one, he's 13. The third book takes place between between Sea of Monsters and Battle of the Labyrinth. He's 15. No. Okay.
We're going through this.
Yeah, because his birthday is in June, I believe. But yeah, and then in Titan's Curse, he's 14 because he's had his birthday by that point. Bad Life with he's 15, and literally at the very end of Battle for the Last Olympian, he turns 16.
August baby.
I'm sorry?
He's an August baby.
August.
Oh, that's right. August, I can't remember.
August 18th.
Yeah.
Well,
It's an amazing book series and like
It is.
deserves so much justice, which Rick now being at the helm and being in control of his baby, he can change whatever he wants. And people are going to be
You know
okay
what?
with it 'cause it's Rick.
that's exactly, I think, why The Last of Us is succeeding.
Because,
Because
like,
it's Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann.
yeah, because, like,
The original creators are actually
Exactly.
I've not even watched the full like the talk podcasts. I've only seen
Dude,
the
I
like.
listened to them
I know
like,
I'm aware that I need to, but like I've only
as
seen
soon
the.
as I've watched the film. As soon as I watch
I
the
know.
episode, that
Yeah.
that podcast is on.
Like I've only seen the little like minute-long blurbs at the end of each episode, and from those alone, I can instantly tell that Craig and Neil, when it comes to this project, are the same type of creative storyteller.
Damn right. Yeah.
And so Craig was never involved with the game, which I feel like is good in a sense because someone who was not involved with the game and has a new, fresh perspective, and it was
exactly.
Neil, who was the head of the game, the perfect mix of new and old.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Last of Us and not books anymore. Anyway.
Well, that always happens, don't you?
It does happen. Well, I'm trying to steer us back on track.
Yeah.
Yasmin,
yes.
would you like to go?
I'm going to go with another one that was turned into some films and then stopped after a certain moment because the third film of this series was shit. And I think needs to be remade.
Someone
as
tells me I'm
TV
about to be
series.
angry with you. But go on.
I'm talking about the Chronicles of Narnia.
Fuck yes.
Oh! Actually, no. Did I?
What did you think I was going to say?
Well, I can't say it now because that would reveal what I have on my list.
Okay. Narnia. Prince Caspian was a great sequel to the first Narnia. The first Narnia was a great film. But Voyage of the Dawn Treader was shit.
I didn't think it was shit.
It was not good.
I don't remember much about I read like some of the books. I don't think I read them in order.
Yeah.
I remember in the movie, the two oldest kids were just straight up, yeah, you're God now, in the stupidest way. I don't know if that's what happened in the books, but I really hope it wasn't.
Yeah. So they originally made a TV show of this back in the 90s or 80s.
Okay.
They tried to make a film version.
90s, I think it was.
90s, thank you. And then they tried to make the film versions, which was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and then Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Voyage of the Dawn Treader is always going to be ranked number 3 of the lot. It is not the best film.
No.
It's enjoyable if you if you remove it from the universe.
I personally enjoyed it because I've never read the books.
Yeah. But it's not going to be the top tier Narnia film.
Yeah, exactly.
But they never went back to it also because the actual start, because they missed out 2 books from it. Because have the Magician's Nephew that actually begins the series. You have then The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, And then before Prince Caspian, you have, I keep on forgetting, is it the boy?
Wasn't it the
Boy
silver
who
chair? Or something?
lived. I'm sorry.
He had to make that joke. See,
Isn't it silver chair or something like that?
The
Silver Chair is after Dawn Treader.
Oh shit!
There's 7 in the series, I believe, correct?
Let me just get it up just because I can't go run to my shelf right now. Ah, here we go. So it goes The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy,
Oh, the horse, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, and ended with The Last Battle. So yes, there is 7. They stopped after Voyage of the Dawn Treader. They never did The Silver Chair and they never did The Last Battle because the kids had aged out. They'd left it too many years.
Yeah, way too many years.
They filmed, I think the first film and the second film are like a year apart at least. And then Voyage of the Dawn Treader is like 3 years apart from that.
Yeah.
Let me just check. So the film timeline. Oh, I'm completely wrong. I'm completely wrong. So the Chronicles of Narnia was started in 2005. Then you had Prince Caspian in 2008. And then 2010 was Voyage of the Dawn Treader. So it's the complete other way round.
Shit.
They definitely would have aged out by then, yeah. Oh, good lord. But yeah, just simply they need to make a new series of it. It's a beloved classic, and people it's a loved book series. It's genuinely a loved fantasy series.
That's. I kind of need to read them
again.
No, I mean I haven't actually read the books. That's why I say I enjoyed the movies because I haven't read the books.
He had nothing to compare them against for them to.
I think you can get the series at probably the works for like a tenner or something.
I have it on my iPad.
You can probably read them from there. Yeah. Anyway, Lou, on to you.
I'm trying to think now.
I can go if you need time to think of something.
Do you want to reveal the one that you thought I was talking about?
Well, it wasn't a specific one. It was one of 3 because you said, "Oh, it became a movie," and I'm like, "There's only so many book series that have been turned into movies that that people know were originally books." Yeah. Do you need a moment to think of one though?
No, I'm just trying to remember if this one is actually a fucking book. Oh,
What
it is
is
a
it?
book.
What was it?
Burglar Bill.
I know not what this is.
Make the exact same face.
Yeah, we did.
Janet and Alan Alberg. It
Oh,
was it was fucking hilarious, to be fair. Hold on. There's a bit of reading here actually, which this is what it was.
Reading
Burglar
involved with a book? It's unheard of.
Burglar Bill lives by himself in a tall house full of stolen property. Every night he has stolen fish and chips and a cup of stolen tea for supper. Then he swigs a big stolen sack over his shoulder and goes off to work stealing things. Every morning, Burglar Bill comes home from work and has stolen toast and marmalade and a cup of stolen coffee for breakfast.
He steals food.
Yeah. Then he goes upstairs and sleeps all day in a comfortable stolen bed. And he ends up, I don't know how this happens, but one night he steals a kid. I don't remember. Hold on.
Hmm.
Yeah, you won't be able to read this book nowadays, right? One night, Burglar Bill is working in a little street behind the police station. When he comes to the first house, he climbs in through the bathroom window and shines his torch around. That's a nice toothbrush, says Burglar Bill. I'll have that. And he puts it into his sack. When he comes to the second house, he climbs in through the kitchen window and shines his torch around. That's a nice tin of beans, says Burglar Bill. I'll have that. And he puts it into his sack. When he comes to the third house, he climbs in through the bedroom window and shines his torch around. That's a nice hat and coat and a pair of trousers and socks and shoes, says Burglar Bill. I'll have them. And he puts them into his sack.
Oh God.
Do you see what I mean by it's pretty funny?
I get that.
But honestly, you won't be able to read this nowadays, I don't think.
There's a lot of books we can't read nowadays.
I had this and it was red. I had it on a cassette tape. It was read by Bernard Cribbins.
Oh.
And it was friggin' amazing. I've been like looking for it everywhere. It's just you can't find it. It's one of those ones you can't find now. So yeah, Burglar Bill.
One of a kind thing that sounds of that.
It is honestly, it was a really good book, but you probably wouldn't have heard of them because I think it was late 80s, early 90s.
Like, yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So Wade, what do you want to yell at me for?
Oh God.
I mean, a lot of things, but
Excuse me.
yes,
Why
you're
do you
excused.
yell at me?
Okay, I'm gonna go with this one because because I have a funny story behind it.
Okay.
Twilight.
Oh fuck. Technically a teen
Oh
book,
yeah,
but
dude.
yeah.
Like I said, I had to space it out a bit.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Yeah.
can completely agree with the books.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Well, I had seen the movies first, and then I read the books after the fact.
Same.
But yeah,
I did the exact same thing.
I didn't read any of them.
if you've seen the movies, it's a lot. Like
I've seen Twilight 1, and that is all I will ever see, and I only saw it in my late life because we played a drinking game with it.
what was the drinking game?
Every time Bella pouts, take a hot shot.
Well,
Or bite the
okay. I have first off, how do you define a pout? Like
So basically, no, it was basically every time she bites a lip, like
every time she bites her lip. So every time
she
Bella
does it
bites
a
her,
lot.
every time Bella bites her lip, you're gonna get drunk in like an hour.
Yeah, we did.
Because like the other day, like early in the week, I was playing some games and I happened to walk upstairs and my dad was in the middle of watching Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Hey,
Like there was only like an hour left in the film, and I distinctly remember her doing that at least 10 times.
Yep, she bites her lip too much.
your dad is awesome.
Um,
Team Jacob.
Okay, I'm sorry, Lou, but I'm gonna stop you right there. I refuse to get involved in that particular type of drama. I'm sorry.
It's a werewolf. That's why.
Anyway,
And you know what I like with werewolves?
the story I was going to tell was not actually that one. I just stole. It was a different one. Because like I said, it was the movies initially that got me into the books.
Just to spot the difference.
What? But
no, I'm kidding. But still,
no, I remember. I believe it was New Moon was the movie that came out. It was in 2010, I believe. And I remember this because the movie 2012 came out in 2010, which is the reason why the story is funny.
Oh,
so
yeah,
obviously, for a film like Twilight New Moon, people are going to want to see it at the theater, you know. And I specifically remember this. New Moon and 2012 came out the same weekend.
Oh shit.
And my family, we went to the theater to see we went to a theater, I think it was on Saturday, to see New Moon. And we walked, and so basically, to put a bit of context, the theater that I went to most often growing up was attached to a mall. So there's one entrance from the mall side, and there's one entrance from the outside parking lots. And literally, and you walk in, one entrance is here, the other entrance on the other end, stacks in the middle, and then on the left and right are the two halls with all the theaters.
Yeah.
If you walk in from the parking lot on the left, there was a literal line of people stretching from the ticket taker all the way to the door, which is at least 100 feet.
Was that for New Moon?
Yes and no.
Were there people in that line for 2012?
Well, so at the time, this particular theater has since changed the structure of how they do these things. They only have one ticket taker now. They used to have a ticket taker at each hallway. And so we get tickets for New Moon. Okay, our theater's down the hallway on the right, and we're no. And I remember asking the ticket taker that we talked to, because there was no line for us. We were like, I remember standing there for a moment, looking at the line. This is New Moon coming out, and I'm like, those people are in the line for 2012, thinking they're about to see New Moon, aren't they? And he goes, yep. All the other people, they thought they were waiting in line to go see New Moon. It was the screens of 2012 were down that hallway. They were in the wrong hallway.
Why did the ticket taker not say anything?
I don't remember. I'm sure
say that to a whole line of people.
I'm sure my memory is a bit spotty. I'm sure I'm misremembering some of the details. But from what I remember, there was a giant line and yeah.
To slightly correct your story, it was 2009 that they came out.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were more or less the same weekend. There were two different weekends for the UK.
Okay.
I hate lines at the theater because I got Avengers spoiled for me. So
I've never.
While I was in line.
Which Avengers?
Endgame Part 2.
Endgame?
Part 2.
There's no Part 2 to Endgame.
Not Part 2. You know what I mean.
It is Endgame.
Yeah, it's just called Endgame. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah. I can't believe Tony Stark died. What?
Dude. there was a guy. There's a guy I work with actually now who last year when No Way Home came out, I was lucky. You guys have both seen No Way Home, right?
Yes, I fucking reviewed it, mate. It's on the channel.
Well, that was more directed at Lou mostly. I know you've seen it, right?
I'm caught up on
Okay.
like most of the Marvel ones now.
Spidey boy.
So I was
Spidey.
lucky that I saw that opening weekend because if I hadn't, I would have had it spoiled for me.
I saw it opening day.
I did too.
So did I.
I saw that on that Friday, and then literally because I had weekends off because we don't do free on weekends. I come in that Monday, and one of the 9 o'clock guys comes in, and we're having like our freight team meeting, where we discuss, okay, this is what the truck is for today. These are what things we need to focus on. And we was waiting for the manager to get there. And the dude talks, he was like, and he just blatantly says, so I went to see No Way Home the other day, and like everyone in the theater was crying when May died. Just on the open. And I'm like, dude, not everyone here has seen it. And thankfully, I'm pretty sure no one else like heard it because we were all kind of dispersed a bit. And he straight up said he didn't care.
I would have slapped him.
Well,
I was seen it.
Well, I was on camera, and yeah.
I wanted to slap the woman who goes, Tony, I can't believe Tony Stark is dead. And I'm in the queue for fucking Endgame. Going.
I know the only spoiler I've had was Kingsman 2.
Okay.
Because that was because of YouTube, though, actually.
I actually thought you just said that was because of you two.
Yeah, I thought.
That was because of YouTube, because YouTube knows that I have been hyping up going to see Kingsman 2 The Golden Circle. So I'd been watching the trailers, I'd been watching like interviews and stuff like that, everything of the above to hype me up. The day it arrived in cinemas, I had not booked my tickets yet. Of course, the first thing on my YouTube recommended is a spoiler. Have you guys seen The Golden Circle?
Yes.
Yes.
Merlin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It spoiled Merlin. Yeah. Someone had uploaded Merlin's death.
Wow.
I didn't watch it until the cinema because I would have rather just like, no.
I have
I love how this has gone from books to movies.
Yeah, we've gone way off track here.
okay, I was gonna say this one thing and then I'll get back.
Yeah,
It's the off topic podcast, shameless plug. Well, it's one thing, but part A and part B. It's like I've had parts of like certain movies spoiled for me by YouTube as well. And I had Endgame. I didn't see what the title of the video was, but it was literally just I saw in Endgame. You know that moment when Hulk is like when Smart Hulk is dressed like in full clothes, just handing the tacos to Scott.
Yeah.
It was that was the screen cap of this video, and I'm like, nope, and I just exited YouTube. I'm like, well, that happens.
I mean, I was lucky to get a midnight screen into that.
Yeah. And then, okay, sorry, it's not a movie. Critical Role. Molly. I had that spoiled for me.
I get a lot of
because at the time because I wasn't caught up yet, I was just watching it on YouTube, and so YouTube was like, oh, here's Critical Role stuff. Some dude had and it basically said
it would have said in the thumbnail spoilers, right?
No.
Well, actually, no. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm remembering that wrong. It wasn't YouTube. It was Twitter.
That's another place for spoilers.
someone hadn't done the spoiler tags, and they didn't specifically say Molly died, but it was I can't remember exactly what it was, but it mentioned
Was it going to
Molly.
be like, I wonder what Tarson's new character is going to be, or something like that?
I can't remember. It was something involving. It didn't specifically say state that Molly died, but it like heavily implied it, and my brain is like, Molly dies, doesn't he? I get to the thing, and I'm like, yeah, I was right.
Anyway, I'm guessing it's me now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump into an author's set of books because this was a part of everybody's childhood. At least I hope it was, because it was definitely a part of mine. Roald Dahl.
I know the name. I can't remember what they wrote.
Matilda, the Twit,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Great Gas Elevator.
Keep going.
Then there's George's Marvelous Medicine.
That was a good one.
Ezio Trot. I'm trying to list everything. The Elephant, the Peacock, and the Monkey and Me.
So something like
It's something around those lines. Roald Dahl.
Yeah, the Twits was a good one.
The Twits was a really good one. The
I have-
BFG.
Okay, I've read the BFG.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
No, I've not read that one.
The Witches.
Oh, I've read that.
Every time I hear Fantastic Mr. Fox, for some reason, my brain just thinks of Morgan Freeman's Lucius Fox for some reason.
And
I
then
don't know.
James and the Giant Peach as well.
Oh yeah.
The iconic James and the Giant Peach.
That's an old one.
Danny the World
Yeah.
Champion as well.
Oh, I've not read that one.
The Enormous Crocodile. There's so many. Ah, there it is. The Giraffe, the Pelly, and Me.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl made so many childhood
Yeah.
stories, and I remember this was the only reason my mother bought the Daily Mail. When they were doing included in the Daily Mail the discs, which was the audiobooks for Roald Dahl books specifically, and I always had on George's Marvelous Medicine and Matilda.
Yep.
Oh, and the Twits, because the Twits was a good audiobook as well.
Oh God, yeah.
Just he wrote so many good classics, and just like the adaptions now when you look at them, because you had Matilda, which was a great adaptation. You had Charlie and the Chocolate Factory adapted a couple of times. SEO Trot was one as well, because that became a Christmas special. But yeah, he's a beloved author, and also you can still see it live on because a lot of it has gone to stage.
Yeah, it has.
And Matilda the musical's just come out on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a smash hit for musicals.
Nice.
So it's not dying down anytime soon, and everybody loves the Roald Dahl classics. Like, I do want to see the Twits, like, either adapted for something.
Oh, that got adapted.
That would be fucking funny.
I have not read the Twits.
It's basically a couple that live in a house and they're horrible people.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
They don't just not like the neighborhood, they don't like each other.
Yeah, exactly.
And then George's Marvelous Medicine would make a good adaptation as well. Because just a kid going around his house, finding all sorts of ingredients to make his grand's medicine.
Make a medicine, yeah.
Oh yeah, The Witches was an adaptation that was very scary.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, because they had an adaptation back in the 90s or 80s,
Yeah,
and
that was amazing. That one.
they had a remake
Yeah, I've
in
not seen it yet.
2020.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Mm.
Let me just
I like
compare,
the original too much.
because the 2020 film 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the 2020 version. The 1990s film 93, so that's much higher.
Exactly.
Still more terrifying.
Oh, the 90s one's amazing. I mean, you've got fucking Rowan Atkinson in it.
Oh yeah, you do.
Mr. Boone.
But as I say, Roald Dahl is never going to leave our childhoods. Absolutely
No.
not. Like, his books are so beloved, and it's just amazing. What else was I going to say? Yeah, that's really all I can say. Oh yeah, James and the Giant Peach got adapted as well.
Yeah, it did. That was a good
Yeah.
film.
So adapt more Roald Dahl books, especially the freaking twits. Please, we need that in our lives. Especially make it a 12, because then they'll get to swear at each other.
That would be funny.
Yeah, just make it a PG-13. All right, back to Lou.
Back to me. Okay. This one you probably will not have heard of. Bill's New Frock.
Was it?
Bill's New Frock.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I've not.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Wade is our resident troll.
Bill Simpson, who wakes up one morning to find he is transformed into a girl.
Oh, wait. I do remember this.
Now forced to go to school in pink dress, Bill discovers one of the worst days in his life is about to unfold. Baffled by the way things are just different for girls, Bill falls headlong into trouble. Book was adapted into a television special in 1998.
I didn't know they had a television special. Jeez.
In a way, this is like the first thing of being introduced to transgender.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as you rarely find those books for kids, and it's like there's always a lot of talk about whether kids should learn about this, but kids should grow up to realize that it's okay to figure yourself out.
Exactly.
Because that's what you do in life. When you're a 2-year-old, you just figure yourself out by running around in circles.
Yep.
You just figure yourself out by coloring a picture. You just figure yourself
Exactly.
out by watching something on telly. You just figure yourself out by just sitting there and staring at the ceiling. Literally, that is a whole part of life. When you're a 2-year-old, you just running around screaming, ah, and you're figuring yourself out. And there's a lot of arguments that go on about it, and it's a lot of controversy. I don't care. Let kids learn what they want to learn, because at the end of the day, they can make their own choices, and you'd rather have them make their own choices than not.
Exactly.
Sure, those choices could be like made when they're older, but when they're younger, it's not really something they think about.
No.
They just think about they're pretty. That's the statement that literally comes out of their mouth. They're pretty.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kids don't give a fuck. They just state whatever is in their head.
Exactly.
Because our world is becoming controversial, and we know it for a fact. and I'm just going to say this right now, it's always going to be a double-edged sword of, oh, is this okay? This is not okay. This is okay. This is not okay. It's always going to be a double-edged sword. But at the same time, everyone's going to have different opinions, but they're always going to shout them out into the ether. And I'd rather just everybody shut the fuck up, because to be honest, I am sick of hearing negative. I am sick of hearing the positive, because you're just going to continuously argue with each other for the rest of your fucking lives.
Yep.
I get the points. Can we just get along somehow, or just go, I respect your opinion, but.
Exactly.
I wish I could solve social media problems, first off. But yeah, that.
There's only one way to solve social media problems is to delete it entirely. Just remove them from existence.
Oh, I
That's
agree.
literally the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then we'd have no way of contacting each other.
Yeah,
Discord.
and we wouldn't have known each other without social media, to be fair.
This is true.
Because there's pros and cons to social media, but people use it in the wrong way. And I have said this before, because if you use it in the right way, you get a good kind of friendship and vibe from people like we have here, or you just get Twitter arguments for the sake of arguing, which there's a lot of.
Twitch is a good platform for
Twitch is a very good platform
for meeting new folk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I've met Coda, which Wade lives about 10 minutes away from.
Yeah. It's more like 20, but yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. But what is it about the book you love so much? Just because we haven't actually gotten into that, we just went controversy.
I mean, I feel like we did just get into that
Honestly,
because of what it
it's
represents.
It's a funny book.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's got to do everything that girls have got to do.
Yeah.
So it is pretty fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Discord, shut up.
So who's next?
It would be
I
a
think
Wade.
that would be me.
That's a bit Wade. Wade did. Nice. Hello, Teddy. How are you doing?
Okay. Maze Runner.
Fair.
I
Why not?
don't care what anybody else says about the last movie. I fucking cried at the last 10 minutes because the last 10 minutes were fucking beautiful.
Not seen it.
Oh, okay. The last 10, I was like, okay, because like the last hour had like 5 moments. The moment, like
the last 10 minutes. Like that whole
the whole scene in the safe zone.
Wait, is that the scene of everything being on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, that part.
From that to the end of the movie.
Pretty much.
Shot.
I fucking cried.
And he's got shot, hasn't he? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've not seen the movie, but yeah, I've seen
you know how it ends.
Yeah.
But the last
did
10
you ever
minutes,
read the books?
Hmm?
Did you ever read the books, Yasmin?
I didn't know, because I didn't know it was a book series until after the first Maze Runner. But also, I was struggling with reading still, so I tried to pick up the books and I didn't get through them because I took 2 months to read the first, 2 or 3 months to read the first one, and I was only halfway through that book. That's how bad I was.
Well, I mean, it's understandable.
I easily chicken out of reading.
One of the things I'm interested that they changed in that, because like the entire concept of the whole it's a bunch of kids in the maze, and then this is why they're in the maze, because of this whole disease.
Mm-hmm.
I won't spoil it if you don't want me to, but I'll say Newt's death in the book
Oh,
was
fucking
was
hell.
very different.
I know it was, but when they hyped it up in the trailer, I have watched reactions to that initial trailer, and when they hear the specific lines, they immediately scream and cry. Because they didn't know they were doing it.
Edge.
Did you want to know how Newt dies in the book?
No. Not
Okay.
while Lou's not seen it.
I'm okay. It's fine.
I'd rather
Sure.
not.
All right.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well. Oh boy. I technically haven't read the first book. I've read 2 and 3. Because what happened was the first movie came out, second movie came out. I read book 3 and then read book 2.
You read it backwards.
Go.
I had already seen the first 2 movies by the point. I knew the story.
All right. Fair enough.
I would have read it in order, but okay.
You be quiet.
No. Don't tell me to be quiet.
Knowledge.
Anything else to add, Wade?
Lou, do I feel like being mean right now?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Better not, because you're already too mean to me.
Come on.
What?
Have you got
Anything to
else
add?
Oh, I thought you.
What? Thought that I was going to let you say a mean comment about me when you say a lot.
No,
of
I thought
things to me.
Lou was telling me to. For a moment. And when I say mean, I mean like joking between friends. For the record. Well, I'm also saying that for the audience.
We joke, he just does it way too much.
Yeah. Well, you haven't read the books, and I can't spoil anything, so there's not much else I can say.
Because you just want to spoil it.
Well, it's not necessarily I want to spoil it, it's I want to talk about it, but talking about it involves spoiling it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Do I go with an obvious answer, or do I go with one that me and Lou will probably know and Wade won't?
Please go with the obvious one.
I don't think I can.
You don't think you can? Oh, wait. Hold on.
Are you going to
Before-
message me on what you think it is?
No, I'm going to double check a year.
Oh.
Yes, Wade. We know I'm old as fuck.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
Okay, I don't know which one to go with. Okay, Horrid Henry.
Is that the one I am supposed to know or not?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Because the one you're supposed to know, I'll say them both. Fuck it. So the one basically that I said me and Lou will know is Horrid Henry. The one that
Right.
is the obvious one that like I'm just like all over the place about is Harry Potter.
Oh, I was definitely not thinking of Harry Potter.
We don't talk about the author. No.
There is a specific there's a specific reason Harry Potter was not on my list. Trust me. There's a reason Harry Potter is not on my list.
That's not on mine either. It would have been.
It
Yeah,
would have
same.
been also, but I'm mentioning it just because if you separate the world from the author,
It's
it's a
awesome.
childhood's dream.
Exactly.
Like the game.
Yeah. Essentially.
The game
So
is
yeah.
incredible.
I haven't bought it yet.
I
Nor have I.
don't have it. I've watched a lot of gameplay.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
The only thing I've watched from it was like a 30-second clip of a dude casting Avada Kedavra on students and teachers.
Wow.
But yeah,
What?
as I say, we don't talk about the author. No, no, no. We don't associate it. Literally, people do not associate it with the author anymore
Horrid
because
Henry.
of the hole digging. Anyway, Horrid Henry.
I would say I've never read any of the books.
I have
because
not.
But you've
was
heard of
too
Horrid
old.
Henry.
I was too old for them.
Ah,
I
right.
think.
They were a book series by Francesca Simon about a horrid boy called Horrid Henry.
Yeah, because it was a TV series as well.
It was a TV series and it rocked, and it was also a movie,
Oh yeah.
the Horrid Henry movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was basically the antics of Horrid Henry, who was always misbehaving in every sort of way. Because you've got Horrid Henry tricking the Tooth Fairy, Horrid Henry get rich quick, Horrid Henry and the Mummy Curse, Horrid Henry swimming lesson, Horrid Henry bank robber, Horrid Henry abandoned snowman, Horrid Henry rocks. There's so many books, especially as like all the characters, their names and their nicknames go on, like Horrid Henry, Perfect Peter, Moody
Yeah.
Margaret,
Yeah.
Pretty Polly, like
Yeah, I
Rude
get that.
Ralph and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they always had like alliteration names.
Mm-hmm.
I was almost saying illiterate, and it's just like alliteration.
Alliteration.
So yeah, they were always something that kids grew up with. I wish Discord would shut up.
Just mute Discord notifications.
No, it's because I can hear it on my computer right now.
Again, mute Discord notifications.
I did. It's just Geek Retreat that's going off. Anyway. So Horrid Henry is always like one of those books you grow up with, and then the TV series came out and people followed that. People still follow that because it's like it's amazing what you can put out there with Horrid Henry, and you could just go for it. I think it's an amazing book series that will probably continue to be loved.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, any more, Lou?
What? Oh, another book for me.
Yes.
The Cartoonist by Betsy Byers.
Not a clue.
Nor I.
1978.
That's probably why.
Yep.
Yep. Basically, it was about this little boy who was constantly drawing. So here's like a summary of it, basically. Alfie's grandfather is becoming senile. His sympathetic older sister is usually working, and his immature TV-watching mother is chiefly a nuisance to be avoided. Alfie has his attic room where he draws and hangs up the cartoons Super Bird, Super Caterpillar, and Super Ring that constantly occupy his mind and inspire his dreams of future fame. In a way, that's where I wanted to be a cartoonist. Because of that book.
Yeah. There's always books that influence you when you're a kid, I feel.
Oh, yeah.
Like, The Cartoonist seems like one definitely for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a reason why you can fucking draw.
I can draw. I can
Yeah.
And I think I can still draw.
I
Yes,
can't.
you can.
I love that. I can't.
Poor
If
Will.
you're gonna ask me to draw a person, you'll get a stick figure.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do.
It's still a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was it about that book you loved the most other than it making you want to be a cartoonist?
I don't know. It just had me hooked.
From page 1.
Yeah. I think I read that book in a day.
Jeez.
That's how much it had me hooked.
Yeah.
But I do have one more.
Go for it. We'll make these our last ones. We can say 2 for these last ones, just because why not?
Mrs. Pepperpot.
Who?
Little Mrs. Pepperpot.
I don't know that one.
She's fucking tiny. Right? Mrs. Pepperpot is a little old lady who lives in a cottage in the countryside together with a husband, Mr. Pepperpot.
Mhm.
Mrs. Pepperpot has a secret. She occasionally shrinks to the size of a pepper pot,
What's a pepper
but
pot?
nevertheless always manages to cope with the tricky situations she encounters.
Like salt and pepper.
At least partially thanks to the fact that upon shrinking, she also gains the ability to understand and talk to all animals. Hold on. There you go. Mrs. Pepperpot.
Okay, so that's definitely a kid's book.
Well, obviously.
Well, because I was about to say, given the fact, A, by the cover, it's a kid's book, but also B, if she can, she shrinks the size of like a pepper shaker, is what a pepper pot is apparently.
Yeah, it is. That's what that's.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
And
A pepper pot is basically that.
no, I know I got what you mean, but what I'm saying is, there's only 2 routes that could go: either a kid's book or a horror novel. Because if it was a horror novel, is the more realistic of the 2. Because what would actually happen is all she would be able to say was no, 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 as a fucking hawk swoops up, picks her up, and eats her.
And that's the whole 5-minute movie.
I mean, I think at one point she did get picked up by a raven or a crow because she had something shiny on her.
Shiny things.
Well, I can't remember. Who is it that likes shiny things?
That was you.
Crows
not a
go for
bird.
shiny things. It's crows, I believe.
Is it crows?
I think it's crows.
I thought it was dragons who like shiny stuff.
No, it's magpies that go for shiny things.
Aren't mag.
I think at one point she did get picked up by a magpie or something like that.
Yeah,
Because
magpies
she
are
was
the ones
wearing
that go for
something shiny.
Because a magpie always just goes,
Maybe instead of a dodo, I should be a magpie.
as soon as they're shiny.
Shiny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
they were a collection of a lot of different stories. They were like little stories, if you know what I mean, like small short stories.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of them. But they always made me laugh. So
Yeah.
I like those ones. And those are very old books as well.
Interesting.
before I was born, but they were still being written
Yeah.
by the time I was born. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
I like them.
Okay.
We should probably end the episode.
It
soon.
makes
It's
me
been
wanna
almost
read
2
them again.
hours.
Yeah, I said these were our last two
It
each.
makes me want to read them now.
Yeah. Yeah, Wade, two more from you.
You can go because I have approximately nothing left on my list.
You
Oh,
went through all of it.
well.
Well, there's like 10 more, not necessarily series, but just books I could list off. But like nothing I was like, quote unquote, really into. I did not
Fair
do
enough.
a whole lot of reading in my childhood.
Fair enough. Anyway.
Did
Yeah.
you play
I'll
video
list-
games, Wade?
I plead the fifth.
He did.
I played the fifth.
That means you did. Anyway.
That means I played the fucking fifth.
Pleading the fifth means you're hiding the fact that you actually did.
No, it means I choose to not reveal evidence that may or may not incriminate myself.
How does it incriminate you that you played video games as a child?
You'd be surprised what the American justice system can do. Anyway,
That's two.
Yeah, Yaz, what are yours?
So one of them is Beatrix Potter books.
Yay, Peter!
Peter Rabbit, Mrs. Tiggywinkle,
yeah, Peter Rabbit.
Benjamin, but no, it wasn't Benjamin Button.
It was Benjamin Bunny.
Bunny, thank you. And then, oh, what was the other one I read? Squirrel
Christopher Robin?
Nutkin.
Oh, nope.
Say again?
What did you say, Wade?
I said Christopher Robin because I don't know which book series are part
That
of
is
what.
not the same
That's
universe.
K.A. Milne.
I don't know childhood book universe.
That was Winnie the Pooh. Wait.
That was a different universe.
Okay.
Yeah, Squirrel
This is Peter
Nutkin was the last one I listed.
There's also Georgie, I think. I don't know, what's he called? Georgie Porgy?
One
Was he one
of
of them?
those. I don't know. Jemima Puddle Duck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of those stories were always read to you as a kid, and plus, like, you always refer back to them in your primary school years, and it's especially Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit was like the biggest one of the lot. Everybody knows who Peter Rabbit is.
Peter Rabbit is still big to this day.
Yeah,
Hence the movies.
yeah. And my second one, my final one, Paddington.
Paddington.
Yeah.
Paddington Bear. He is the most lovable bear in the universe.
Yes.
And Stephen Fry reading A Bear Called Paddington on an audiobook. Oh my god. The universe is complete. And then the two movies I cried at. Because Paddington's such a sweetheart and you can't not.
I haven't seen the movies.
Wait,
Yeah.
watch them.
Yes,
Please.
sir.
I'll add them to the list.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'll accept. But yeah, Paddington's another one that people grew up with and like is a beloved character.
Mhm.
Because every adventure of Paddington's you'd follow, and him like traveling from darkest Peru, being a bear in London with the Brown family.
Mhm.
Especially like just all of it's amazing. And I think there's a Paddington 3 in the process as well,
Yeah, I think there is.
which I'm hoping is true because the first two did so well in the UK. It is 100% Rotten Tomatoes. It is
Jeez.
listed as a perfect movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've got something to add to your Beatrix Potter one.
Which one?
Samuel Whiskers
Oh yeah.
and the Flopsy Bunnies.
Oh, the Flopsy Bunnies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we should end the episode because we have been going on for a little bit, but it was worth it.
I think that's because we like
Me.
books and movies. And
We love
everything.
talking about everything just in
Yeah.
detail. And we may go off on tangents, but at the same time, when we have something to say, we fucking say it.
Tangents!
Yep.
Yeah.
But we are going to slowly make a comeback. So bear with us when we're getting prepped, because a lot of the time it's travel issues, and then a lot of the time it's technical issues, and then a lot of the time it's just like, we're so tired. 2023 has already been a lot, and I think a lot of people are feeling that.
Very
Dude,
true.
I didn't even realize it was March.
Yeah.
I
1st of
forgot.
March.
I just looked at my phone and just went, how?
Oh, hey, March 1.
New phone.
But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, leave us a little like and a thumbs up, and subscribe and hit the notification bell, especially as we've still got stuff coming. I am trying to come back to Disney Dreamlight Valley at some point.
I'm trying to edit part 2 of Uncharted.
Yes.
Kill me.
Wade is trying to figure out what game he is going to play.
I have Mass Effect downloaded, okay? But things happen.
Well, they better freaking happen soon. And upcoming, once I edit through it and once I get all the footage that I have off of the PlayStation 4 as well, we will be having 2 rounds. No. Shut up, Wade.
Me.
You? Shut up. We have done some Last of Us episodes finally after what, half a year at least?
It's been a while. Fuck.
It's been a while.
God damn it.
Now you know how it feels.
Like as soon as I said it,
watch me yell at Wade for about 30 minutes.
Wade, leave me alone.
Wait, that was my kill.
Yeah, it's gone from. Okay, I almost said it's gone from Yasmin accusing me of targeting her to Yasmin accusing me of stealing her kills.
Which you did.
I do steal Yasmin's kills.
He admits it.
But she still accuses me of targeting her, even though I'm not.
And it also went from Anthony and Liv going, look at fucking Hawkeye over there.
Yeah, you with your goddamn bow. And then me, accidentally Molotoving myself.
That was another
twice.
One. Yep.
And then me noticing, holy shit, the giraffes are there.
What they are?
In the bus station in multiplayer.
Look, we're already spoiling it. We're already spoiling it. We're already spoiling it.
Oh, no. I just had a terrible thought. I'm going to try something.
No, you can't kill the giraffe.
Look, we're doing some more multiplayer stuff.
I was going to say if we could shoot the giraffe.
Children, the adult is talking.
Excuse me, you're the youngest.
Yet I act like I'm your mother.
So you finally admit it on camera. Got it.
Act.
Say it all you want. The truth is out there.
But as I say, we're getting through our multiplayers. We want to play Dead by Daylight. We want to play more Secret Neighbor because it's been a year since we played that.
It's been too long since I've gone.
Yes.
I can't do that. I can't do it on command. I used to be able to do it on command.
We want to do a second Friday the 13th episode at some point because we've only got one on this channel.
Pedram and I still need to talk about this.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna make Wade into a pincushion again.
We want to go through doing Uncharted again. We want to figure out some more multiplayers we can play as well, just because we love it and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we got Liv back.
We
Yeah.
got Liv back.
I have an idea. We all meet up at Lou's house. That giant field in the back. I own at least 3 airsoft guns and a professional film camera.
No! Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to now go and yell at Wade.
Bye.
Bye now.